Yeah, makes everybody really bullish. And another bullish news that came out this week as well, Mike Seavers will be starting as a new CTO of Yuga Labs May 22nd. His resume is very illustrious because he's worked on games like Fortnite, the Epic Game Store, and he's been named top 50 tech leaders by Business Journal. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Damn Show 42, first one of the show that's powered by ApeCoin. So we're still on that high and we're building internally. We got a lot of things going on. Maybe how are you doing today?
Doing great. As you said, first Damn Show powered by ApeCoin. I'm super happy about that. Thank you again to everyone that supported us. And we can't wait to start this episode because we're going to be talking about Yuga Labs.
It's the big news. So we have, let's start with Consensus. Consensus, it's a conference down in Texas. It was happening last week. And the new CEO of Yuga Labs, Dan Alegre, was there, and he did a bunch of interviews. We're expecting another one he did with CoinDesk, another one that's to come out still with overpriced JPEGs, perfectly priced JPEGs with Carly, and um, he made a lot of comments on that, and we wanted to just talk about some of the comments that he made. Maybe why don't we start with some of your takeaways from that interview?
Yeah, listening to the interview that he got to do with CoinDesk, one of the things that interested me the most was about how is going to be the future of Yuga Labs and how is Yuga Labs going to be attracting Web2 gamers to the Web3 platform. And it's like, it kind of this is the same thing that attracted us to Web3, even if, like, for me, for example, I'm not a gamer, but just like understanding digital ownership and the fact that I am able to buy something digitally and being able to sell it, being able to grow it, especially in a game when you go on like when you get to higher levels and your avatar maybe like super strong and has all of these different characteristics that you worked hard to get, and that reflects on the price of your digital asset that you can also sell at one point, or you can transfer into another game. I feel like this is a revolution that has never happened before. Like what happened with Duki Dash as well. We saw many Web2 gamers jumping into Web3 for this specific reason. They saw how they were able to transfer their skills into a mint, which was like the mint of a digital asset that, depending on the level of your skill, was going to be more valuable. So you could decide to hold it, you could decide to sell it. So your skill had a direct effect on how much money you were actually making on the market later on once you got your NFT. So this is what like blew my mind at the beginning with Web3. And I think that many gamers are going to be seeing this as a great opportunity for them. And yeah, that's exactly what Alegre said.
Yeah, and speaking of gamers, there's a lot of Web 2 gamers that took part in Dookie Dash that came to Consensus. So Bryson, he just recently signed with Xset, and he's really going heavy into Web 3, and he's known as like the Web 3 gaming guy, but most of his gaming career obviously was in Web 2. He's now made that jump, and he had an interview with the CTO Spencer of Yuga Labs at Consensus. We also saw Orangey. So Orangey, of course, made a lot. I think the stat was something like Orangey made more money in Web 3 gaming than he did in his entire career of Web 2. And so you can see a lot of gamers probably saw that and were like, whoa, there's a big future here. And so how do I get involved? How do I know the players? And so Orangey showed up to Consensus. And so you're starting to see a lot more gamers show up to this. And of course, the key owner, or the person that won the key in Dookie Dash, was a Web2 Fortnite professional player, Mongrel.
Mongrel.
And so and he sold that, I believe, for either 2 to 3 million USD. And so we're seeing the earning potential of like your skill directly translate into dollars much more closely, rather than like, I'm really good at this game, so let me go on Twitch and stream, and then because I'm really good, that attracts a lot of attention, and because I get a lot of attention, then I'll get more money. It's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
more direct to the source, closer to like the actual value, which is, I'm really good at this game.
Yeah.
Let me earn
What
commensurate
if you
to my
don't like to
skill level.
stream?
What's
What
that?
if you don't like what if you don't like to stream, or you
Exactly.
don't want to be a public figure? That
Yeah.
seems like being the only way right now with sponsorships, being part of teams. Like it's there's a lot of social side of it. What if you're just super good, but you want to do it in your private room,
Yeah.
and not showing your face even? And this
Yeah.
gives you this opportunity of being like, this is what I do, this like these are the levels that I was able to reach. I don't want to be a streamer, I don't care about sponsors, but I can resell on the market all of the items or avatars or whatever resources that I was able to get into these games that are valuable, and make money like that. So uh, that's a big change from the past for sure.
Yeah. Not every gamer wants to have their face in front of on billboards and be the face. Some gamers just there's a lot of gamers out there that are really good and that just don't want to stream or don't want to show their face, like you said, remain in privacy. So it's a new thing actually. It's kind of unlocking that right now, and where you're able to earn based off your skill level in a game, and it's going to be interesting to see what the future gaming, because the future of Yuga, while is gaming, while Dan Alegre says they're a community company, and that's very true. We know that for the near term, there's a lot of games Yuga Labs are coming out with, whether it's Legends of the Mara, whether it's heavy metal. Those are the two big activations that are supposed to go live this year, gaming wise. So we're going to see the mechanics. And what I heard is that it's not going to be skill based like Dookie Dash was. It's going to be strategy based. And so
Mm.
if you're not really good at reactions, then this is going to require a different skill set. So it's kind of activating a different skill set in gamers. And for me, as like a OG Dota player, Dota 2 player, I'm excited for the strategy aspect because I think that's something that I can excel at, and see how Legends of the Mara is gonna take fold, and it's something that we are going to be covering at the Damn Show a lot. Legends of the Mara, heavy metal, and so if you want that content,
Battle
make sure you do
Town.
subscribe. Battletown as well with 10 KTF. So if you like that content, make sure you subscribe, and follow us along on this journey.
And Atari, you just said that Dan Alegre said that Yuga Labs is a company based on community. It's not a gaming company. And that's completely true, because even though we see that they are creating a lot of games, there is going to be a lot of gaming in Yuga Labs. At the same time, what I see in the future of the Otherside, and what he explained as well, is a lot of social events, a lot of things that bring people to the metaverse, not to play a game, but actually to participate into something cool with their friends, like concerts, like, specific events from brands, or whatever else that can be, like even watching something together, that can create, that social situation where people want to actually participate. So that's one of the parts that I like a lot about Otherside, the future of Yuga, because not being a gamer, even though I enjoy playing a bit of games, obviously, but what I enjoy the most is also the community, the people, and spending time with them in the other side. I think it's going to be crucial also to bring even a larger audience than just gamers and people that like to play games. So I think it's a very successful strategy in the long term. And yeah, I'm super bullish. It was amazing to hear Alegre speak at Consensus.
Yeah, makes everybody really bullish. And another bullish news that came out this week as well: Mike Seavers will be starting as a new CTO for Yuga Labs May 22nd. His resume is very illustrious because he's worked on games like Fortnite, the Epic Game Store, and he's been named top 50 tech leaders by Business Journal. So we're going to get into some of his statements and how he sees the company going in the future. But before we get there, I also wanted to show the tweet by Emperor Tomato Ketchup. Emperor Tomato Ketchup is, of course, a founder of Yuga Labs, and he was the previous CTO. And he said that I'm beyond excited for Mike Seavers to succeed me as CTO at Yuga Labs. I have complete confidence in Mike and believe he's the right person to scale the Yuga engineering organization to deliver on our ever growing ambitions as a company. It has been an immense privilege to watch Yuga grow from the 4-person team that it once was into the Web3 juggernaut that it is today, and I cannot wait to see where we go from here. Yeah, maybe Epic Games, somebody that
Wow.
was instrumental to Epic Games, is going to be the new CTO at Yuga Labs. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, not only Epic Games. If you go back in his past, there is also League of Legends, Riot Games, and shout out to our favorite shopkeeper Bam Bam. And she worked also for Riot Games in the past. Maybe she worked with him. I don't know. I haven't asked her, but it's
Who knows?
possible. So it seems like at this point, Yuga Labs is choosing the best people that will help them accomplish their goals. And obviously, it means bringing to the company the best talent possible. And this new ad as CTO is incredibly mind blowing because it's someone that worked with the biggest companies for gaming in the world, and he was able to achieve the incredible numbers and incredible results that these companies created. So that's not only, oh, I worked here or worked there. No, I was actually the person that was able to bring this company from point A to point B. And this is exactly what we need with Yuga Labs. Like, we need Yuga Labs to grow and to become and to dominate in the gaming and in the metaverse industry. I'm super super bullish on this new hire, and I just saw positive feedback all over Twitter, all over Twitter. Everybody's like super excited about it.
Yeah, and so Kerem, Emperor Tomato Ketchup, the founder, he's going to remain with the company, of course, as a close strategic advisor. Now, um, there are also some notable people. Now, Dan Alegre has also commented on Mike joining the team, and he has to say that Mike has a proven track record of taking organizations to the next level, and he shares our vision for how important digital identity and community will be for the future of the internet. So that's Dan Alegre on Mike, and who I'm sure was instrumental in hiring Mike Seavers
Yeah.
as CTO. And I think Dan has only been CEO for just a few weeks, if not even, like, I'd say 1 week, and you can already see the impact of him on the organization by moving pieces around, by doing these talks and setting the North Star in public, like he did at Consensus. And then these key hires that are really going to be able to take Yuga Labs to the next level and become this juggernaut of gaming, and become a juggernaut in Web3 this decade, like we've all felt and predicted that they will become. Mike goes on to say that there have been rare moments over my career where I felt like a new technology was creating a true paradigm shift for the world. You can see the excitement in just these in gamers, in people that have created the games that people love. You can see the excitement in their words and how excited they are to join Web3. I know gamers typically have, hate for NFTs. Check out one of our previous videos of, like, all the hate that NFTs get, but I think it's inevitable that this is the next wave. And if the people that created the games that you love are excited by this technology and are joining companies to build the future of Web3, then as a gamer yourself, you have to kind of question, am I right in my position, or is this position not going to be on the right side of history as this decade unfolds and as gaming inevitably does turn to Web3?
Mhm.
That's what we believe.
And to add on that, Atare, I believe that also gamers that uh, many times have like this, they took this position that they don't like Web3, they don't like NFTs. Like, what I can suggest is, guys, at least try it out. Try it out. Do like Mongrel, do like RNG. They gave it a shot, and then they saw the value in it. They saw how different it is and all the benefits that you get as a Web3 gamer. So just try it out. Let's see if it brings you value. And I don't know, just throwing it out there, guys. I'm not gonna say that I'm right, you're wrong. Just say try for yourself, and let's see how it goes.
It definitely doesn't hurt. And there's other statements that Mike's given. He said, I recognize that Web3 is one of those moments, and I'm absolutely thrilled to join Yuga Labs to usher in a new era of the internet that impacts the world for the better. And if you scroll down, and shout out to Harry for this thread that puts together Mike Seavers' statements and background, but you can see uh, he was on App on Board full time as a CEO. Then he joined as an executive VP for development at Epic Games, and he led the product development across Unreal Engine, online services, Epic Game Store, Fortnite engineering, infrastructure, data security, and quality assurance. And Prior to joining Riot Games, he was the chief technology officer at Riot Games, which
Mhm.
supported League of Legends, like you said, maybe Valorant and Legends of Runeterra. So deep experience in not just creating games that people love, but also um, working at a high level in within an organization and directing a lot of engineers and resources towards the problem that they're trying to solve. And so we can see that Yuga Labs will probably go on to expand their engineering base. They're going to get
Mhm.
more engineers on the team to develop the other side and develop all these games and do it in a way that like is building on all the learnings of Fortnite when that came out in 2017. That's taken the world by storm, the 6 years
Oh
that
yeah.
it's existed. And so over the next 6 years, it'll be really interesting to see how the impact of somebody that was instrumental to creating a game like that will impact Otherside and what happens in Web3 gaming. We're super bullish, of course. We can't wait, as mutant holders ourselves, and as people that are really invested in the ecosystem and want to see it grow and want to do our part to see it grow as well. And part of that is us getting the ape coin, which allows us to do this at a much more deeper level and have a lot more fun. And so um, maybe anything else to add as we close off this episode?
Well, I would say that now we got our superheroes in Yuga Labs, no?
Absolutely right. We have some superheroes in the Yuga Lab. Shout out to Bailey for posting this, but we can see we have Batman, who had 10 years at Google, Activision, Blizzard. This is, of course, Dan Alegre, and oversaw development of titles Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, and named one of the most innovative leaders. We have Mike Seavers, Yuga Labs CTO. We just talked about him. You can check his resume. And then we also have Spencer Tucker, who is the chief gaming officer, and he was instrumental for the success of Scopely Mobile Gaming. Uh, Worked on games such as Walking Dead and Star
Hmm.
Trek and WWE, and also named top 50 tech leaders by Business Journal. And so I think U Labs is looking at the Business Journal list and saying, we want you next. And they're getting them. So if that doesn't make you bullish, guys, I don't know what will. This has been the Damn Show, powered by ApeCoin. We are so excited to grow and build this show with you. And there's a lot more coming in the future. There's a lot more game shows coming. We have so many cool things planned. This is going to be the best summer ever for the Damn Show. And we want to have that summer with you. So make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to know when we drop a video, which is every damn Monday, and when we go live, which is every damn Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Take care, everybody.